What's up guys, it's Andrew at Motorcycles Off-Road. In this video, I will show you my 300L Rally. So I didn't buy the new one that I had reserved, and I'll talk to you about that and reasons why later on in the video. But I drove 2 hours to meet up with Josh in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. This trip was supposed to be twofold for me, where I was going to meet up with Josh, and I was also going to take my KDX200 and head right up the famous Reading Outdoor and get some riding in for the day on the mountains with the KDX200. Well, the rain really put a stop to my day of riding, but I decided to still take the trip to go look at the 300L Rally. For me, this is exciting because you guys probably already know, but on this channel I've done everything there is to do to the Honda 300L. I have videos on gearing, tires, ECU, exhaust, like you name it. But with the Rally, I can build the bike completely different and it gives me a new project to work on. I plan on using this bike for light ADV riding as well as motorcycle camping. But before we take a look at the bike and talk about planned videos, first I want to say with all the future upgrades, I'll be doing detailed mods and installation videos over on the Patreon. Along with patrons get the first access of our new t-shirts. If you're looking for some great mods for the 300L, the Rally, as well as videos of how to install these mods, check out the Patreon. It'll be linked in the first comment below. This is also the best way to support the channel, so if you're interested, please just check it out. Okay, so let's take some time and do a little walk around and let's look at the bike, as well as we'll talk about what I actually paid for the bike. Alright, so let's take a look at this thing, let's look at the condition, and we'll look at exactly what he has done to it. So the first thing you may notice is that he cut the fenders. Well, the fairings. All the way down to here. Now I've seen other people do this as well, and what Josh had said was that he cracked them riding it off-road, so since they were cracked he cut it, and I guess, you know, a lot of people like this look better. The replacement is $150 per side, so it's kind of steep, but it is manageable. We can replace it if we need to. Show you the other side. So the other side looks similar. You can see how it's cut. I do kind of like how the fairings wrap all the way around the engine on this bike. It's a big part of the aesthetic of this motorcycle. So I may actually purchase them in the future, but for now, it's okay. And you can see there was a couple drops. We have some scrapes there, some scrapes here, some scrapes on the front fender. Went through some stuff on the windscreen. Overall, all in all, it's not too bad. The frame's not beat up because he put a skid plate on early, and the swing arm looks pretty good. There's a couple dings here and there, but not too bad overall. And the bike only has 900 and some miles on it, so there can't be too much wrong with it, right? And it rides pretty good. So let's look at the things he added to it. Okay, the first thing is this tail tidy, which I think is awesome. And not only that, he has an integrated brake light that is an indicator as well, so it'll link one side or the other. I think that's pretty cool. A common issue with these bikes, as I've talked about before, is you will break off that whole blinker, so, or indicator depending on where you're from. So having it like that, that's pretty good. He also put on this nice robust skid plate. Now me personally, I don't like aluminum or steel skid plates because I don't like the sound that they reverberate back up at you from the engine. But it is what it is, it's okay. This is a nice heavy duty one. It's protecting the water pump. It's doing well, so I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep it the way it is, of course. I like it. Next, let's look up at the bars. It removed the mirrors, which he had, which I didn't really care for. I hate the mirrors on this thing, and I do like running like a ram mount mirror, so that's pretty good. I'll probably use my other one and put one on each side. So I also put these Zeta handguards on. Good plus anytime you buy it. Pro taper bars, huge plus. Here's the pro taper bars, and you have to have the pro taper clamps because this is a 1-inch bar, 1 1/8 or whatever it is, that tapers back down to your 7/8. We got some pillow top hand grips, which are always nice. I have no problem with that. That's great overall. And that's about it. That's the upgrades and mods that he has done to this bike. As you see, it's not in perfect condition. It's still got the original tires too, so you know, you can take that as you will. Some people might like that, some people may not. Overall, I think it's a pretty good looking bike. As you can see, the bike's not in bad condition, so overall, I feel like it wasn't a bad purchase. I did notice when I was riding, he must have took a pretty big fall, where either one side of the handlebars is a little bent, or somewhere in the triple clamp here, it's a little bit off. Like I can feel it just a little bit, so something I got to work on there. But overall, not too bad. Okay, on the pricing. Well, the MSRP of this motorcycle is $6,000, but it does have some damages. To counter some of that though, it does have some good upgrades. It has 951 miles as I bought it from him, and after seeing the pictures he sent me, I was thinking a fair price for this motorcycle would have been $5,000, given it's used and the fenders, etc. And by the way, Josh was an awesome guy to talk to and to work with on this whole transaction. Josh basically said he loves the bike and the lowest he would go is $5,500, and I understand wanting $5,500, especially with the prices today. I said, hey, let's both compromise on this. Let's meet in the middle for $5,250. This did cause some hesitation, so I know Josh really loved this bike, and he didn't want to really give it up, but he agreed. Now for me, this is beneficial because, well, obviously I'm saving off an MSRP. I'm not paying freight. I'm not paying assembly. I handled all the paperwork myself. But you might still be thinking, well, what happened to the new bike you were supposed to get this week? Well, it seemed to be delayed again until the end of the month. But the thing is, I could still buy it, do all the upgrades, and have it ready for my trip at the beginning of October. But what really made me consider buying used is I talked to the dealer a month out. He gave me a specific date, which was the end of last month. A week before the bike's supposed to arrive, I asked him again. He gave me the same specific date. I waited a week after that date, and then I emailed. I was like, hey, what's going on? Did you hear anything or what? Well, he informed me that it got delayed again and it wasn't coming to the end of this month. My only thing is, we were in constant contact and you told me a specific date. At the very least, when you knew it got delayed, you could have emailed me and told me that it got delayed again, and this way I can change my plans accordingly. So did I get that email? Well, the answer is no. They were just going to leave me in the dark, expecting a call any day. And for me, that opened my mind up a little more to buying used. And also, I had a prior rapport with Josh. We talked about his bike before, a few weeks before, so I decided to come out and take a look at it. And honestly, I'm glad I met him. He seems like an awesome guy, and he's someone I would ride with in the future, given the right opportunity. So if you're watching this, thank you, Josh. Good on you for being a great guy, and I have a Motorcycles Off-Road t-shirt coming your way. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the backstory of my 300L Rally. Now I've been working on acceleration tests so that after I put the mods on, we can compare with and without the ECU/exhaust and everything else. I have tons of other things. I have tires. I'm maybe going to try tubeless in the rear. I got the luggage system, the racks. There's a ton of mods I have to do, so I have to get to work on that. And if you want to see more from this bike, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And like I said, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of stuff on there that you can just view now, and there is some stuff that is for subscription. And as I said, it's the best way to support the channel, as these guys right here do. These guys are my awesome supporters and are supporting me in the beginning of building this channel and this brand as a whole. So I thank you guys. And my name is Andrew, and this is Motorcycles Off-Road. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe out there.